In human beings, what we call soul, or what beings from other worlds call Atma, A-T-M-A, or the atom of the Supreme, that Atma vibrates with the hue in a way that begins to line it up with its original source and its original mission to return to that source, to benefit all that exists. That's our basic core mission as beings. The hue sounds like this. It's sent out on the outgoing breath, comfortable tone for the individual. And then a person pauses for several seconds just to look and listen within. Then what I recommend people do after doing this for a few minutes, when they've gotten comfortable and relaxed, is to insert a statement into the universe. And it goes like this: safely show me purposefully hidden truth on a grand, cosmic, multi-dimensional scale, and the much greater knowing of the expansive love within it. When you do that as a form of prayer or a form of contemplation or meditation, you're sending something out very pure and very ancient into the source of where we came from, and saying to it, I want to meet the beings, things, and events that will transform me and bring me back into awareness of who I am and have always been. Human beings don't need to evolve to a higher form on this earth where they're telepathic and higher and more brilliant later on. They did that billions of years ago elsewhere in the galaxy and were brought here. What needs to happen to people here is they need to be given back what has been manipulated away from them. This goes for lifetimes on other planets, in other histories. It is not a problem that began overnight, and people are suffering from this in ways that are just unimaginable. When you begin to become aware that you've been implanted, the odd thing happens. You begin to have power over the implants, even if they still affect your nervous system. You're not as easily affected by them. And it brings you into a vibrational harmony that allows for the possibility of free beings to meet you and provide you with even safer space to operate in order to go through the process of awakening these implants, surfacing those that are objectified, and then the power that was put on to keep them suppressed comes back to you. And it just becomes a memory, in which case the being now remembers their telepathic function, their photographic memory returns, the longevity issue gets turned back on. By beings from other craft, they take you aboard and put you in a chair and zip, change on a few genomes on your DNA, and now you're going to live 1,000 years. You could be 258 years old and look like you're 35. In order to change the lower dimensions like Earth, physical universe, positive and negative, good and bad, something has to change in the upper worlds that can change fixed and finished planes of creation to become unfixed and unfinished so they can evolve. To do that, you've got to retire an old thing that's like a dinosaur. It does not do what it was meant to do. This is evil. If you retire it, something better has to take its place that will actually work. Now this goes into where this ray came from, that the C rays were first presented within, and how it changed them, why it's affected the Galactic Alliance, why they want to make this move to change this place. Because you and I and everybody we know would love to live in a universe and travel to the stars and have your own field trips to the Pleiades, for crying out loud, or somewhere further, and have them grow up in a place free of fear, lies, and deceit. What I'm sharing with you and your listeners is that organization that lives like that actually exists in large measure in our Milky Way galaxy, and people on Earth have been purposefully kept from knowing about it altogether. That needs to change. Hidden leaders need to change. If we're really gonna set this place free, it all has to be changed. It needs to be, this misuse of technology that's gone on so long has to be reversed. And it can be reversed very easily. You could sit in a chair in one of these craft for 1 hour and you would remember all the lives you've ever lived in other worlds. It'll all come back to you. It's just an energy field between what's in your subconscious or to keep it subconscious. If you tap out that energy field, it all comes up to the surface. The thing I would say is begin to work with the special vibratory word hue, because it does not come from Earth. All I can share with people until they discover this for themselves, and I say this, if they continue to work with it 10 or 15 minutes a night, preferably before they go into the dream state, where they're freer for a short period of time from this incarnation here. They're not allowed to bring, most people are not allowed to bring the memory back to the physical body in the morning when it awakens as to where they were adventuring, or what they were experiencing. But I can tell you, everybody leaves their body at night. Most people aren't brought up from birth when the subconscious is set in the first 6 years here to remember any of it. They have a devil of a time trying to bring back where they go when their body's in a trance. Pineal gland secretes, I think, serotonin and melatonin to put your body to sleep, but it creates a trance to keep the body running while you're out. People don't know this. The pineal gland also has rods and cones in it, like the physical eyes. But they're designed to see and to know and perceive other realities and other worlds and other dimensions. It's also the doorway, or the third eye, the proverbial third eye, that people go in and to get in and out of the body at night, and they control the brain and the physical body through the pineal gland. Now, this is normal knowledge for people in other worlds. It's just like they grow up with it, and they know how to utilize this and get in and out. Their government people, which are their most spiritually advanced people, know how to get in and out. They know how to talk with ascended masters and master teachers in their groups. They have them fly with them aboard their craft on many world systems, these spiritual masters, as part of keeping themselves clear while they're carrying out this work in the universe. I would say this: have people do the hue this way. Explore the stuff for themselves. That's the most important thing. They get comfortable, take a few deep breaths, sitting in a chair or lying on their back, and then imagine someone or something you love and have gratitude for. It can be a person, place, or thing, just so there's a love element involved. And then just gently send out the hue, because the hue will connect you, the real being, directly into a pure omnipresent energy field that exists in all of the multidimensional universe. We're made of that same primordial energy as individual souls or atmas. We have the ability to plug directly into it and know truth for ourselves. At night, they can do this for maybe, I don't know, do 4, 5, 6, take a breath. Send out safely, show me purposefully hidden truth on a grand, cosmic, multidimensional scale, and the much greater knowing of the expansive love within it. Then send out the hue again. Hue. And people will notice a phenomenon when they're doing this. They'll feel uplifted, warm. They may hear sound, they may see light, they may see into other worlds. But they'll notice that after a time, they'll come to a natural stop. They'll just stop. Then go to sleep and don't give your cares and your concerns for your life one bit of attention. They do that for up to 30 days as an adult. They will have quite phenomenal experiences, and in a safe, protected manner.